It is just that special, but also sometimes stressful. Tax time. Well, it officially kicks off January 27th. The IRS is expecting more than 140 million individual tax returns between now and April 15th. Mark Steber, who is the Jackson Hewitt Tax Service Chief Tax Information Officer, joins us now on set with what you need to do to prepare your own filing. Great to have you here in studio.
Good to be here. Very important.
All right, a big, wonderful time of the year for you at Jackson Hewitt. You sent us some of the categories that folks can use to get themselves organized before filing. So break those down for us.
Well, I'll say this. Don't get overly complicated with it. Keep it simple, something that you're able to do. It's kind of like exercising. Don't get a big plan. Get a plan that you can obviously do. I like the envelope or the shoebox because documents are coming in January 31st. W-2s, 1099s, 1099K, crypto activity. Find a place to store that, and if you've got a significant other, make sure y'all are aligned and there's not two sets of documents. Second, find last year's stuff. It's a great trail or roadmap for what to watch for. For the third piece, your life changes during the year. So take your current documents, your last year return, reflect on your year. Did you get married, divorced, you had a side hustle startup? Those three pieces of information are critical to getting your taxes done.
Now, you don't have to file early, but it seems like there are some benefits to just getting it done, getting out of the way. What are some of those benefits?
Well, more importantly now than in the last 117 years that we've had a graduated tax scale. First reason is 100 million people get a refund. About $3,000 last year, probably that this year. So 2 out of 3 get a refund. File early, get your money early. You don't have to be a financial savant on your show to go, well, yeah, for rating on 3,000, get that now. So file early. Second reason, more important than the first, a lot of bad people creep into the system when there's that much money. So there's scammers, there's data thieves, there's people buying stuff on the dark web, filing fake tax returns to steal your tax refund. But if you file early, or as early as you can, your information is locked up with the IRS. They lock up your social security number, your personal information, significant others, your kids if you got it. So that scammer that comes in after you, they get denied. The third reason is, and I hear this a lot, I'm just gonna wait till I have the money in April. I got 81 days and about 11 and a half hours. I'm just gonna wait. Well, the reality is if you file early, even if you owe or think you're gonna owe, 2 things happen. One, you know the exact amount of money, so you can put that aside. And secondly, you still don't have to pay till April 15th. You file now, enjoy the benefits of locking up your data. Imagine you can just debit that bank account, write a check, or put it on your credit card in April, set it up now. So file early, get your money. File early, lock up your data, and file early even if you think you're going to owe or know you're going to owe, and you still don't have to pay.
I mean, there aren't as many large-scale tax changes as there were in the past, we know, but there is one tax form that many self-employed folks out there may be receiving this year. Break that down for us. What can you tell us about the 1099K document?
Yeah, that's our #1 question item right now, and it is a pretty big deal. And as you say, it's been around for a while, but there's a big change for tax year 2024, and a bigger one for this year, and even a bigger one for next year. A 1099K is issued by a third-party payment platform. Think Venmo, Apple Pay, any of those things where you're electronically sending money. Used to be you had to do that 200 times for business and have $20,000 of net activity for the year. Now the number's $600, but there's a 3-year transition, so it's $5,000 for tax year 24. So if you got paid $5,000 or more, even in just one transaction, you'll get a 1099K. But so will the IRS. So there's no more, that's a side gig or a hobby or whatever your misunderstanding might be. The IRS will now know you got electronic monies. That has to go on your tax return. And as I say, the ultimate number is $600, but they gave us a 3-year transition. So that's in place right now, $5,000, one transaction, you're getting a 1099K. So if you sold those Taylor Swift tickets, that could be on there.
If you made that much on your Taylor Swift tickets, then kudos
well,
to
to be
you.
clear, it's not made that much, grossed that much.
Grossed that
and
much.
if you put that on there, that's not the correct amount either. So it's a complicated topic and a big change this year.
Good clarification. We do know as well that the IRS has announced tax relief for individuals in California impacted by the wildfires. What should taxpayers keep in mind with relief programs like this? Is there anything that they need to file or be mindful of?
Yeah, be mindful of get your house and your life in order first. Taxes clearly a secondary consideration. But it's important once you're stable and your life and family are safe, there's some great tax loopholes in the tax law related to disasters of this magnitude. They include an extension of time, and I saw that LA County and several others have already extended the tax season all the way out to October, and that's a double-edged sword. Just because they did extend it don't mean you should wait, because there's several other great benefits in there if you have a federal disaster disaster area. There are ways to immediately file a loss claim on a prior year return and recover prior year taxes. There's other options that you can make if you've had a loss and how to calculate the loss. So once you get your life settled, do talk with a tax pro about the tax benefits of a federally disaster, tax deduction that might be available to you. And then watch out for scams. There's a lot of scams out there that say, give me a credit card and I'll get you some federal disaster credits. There's no such thing. But there are tax deductions, tax extensions, tax delays on liabilities, payroll, income tax, and the rest that really will help you out if you're concerned about your taxes. The most important one I would leave you with in your audience, there are some great tax deductions that you can go back and get your prior paid income taxes with a fast application if you've had a real bad disaster deductible loss, which is really an out-of-pocket, uninsured loss.
Certainly. Mark, thanks so much for the tips, taking the time here with us. Appreciate it.
Very exciting.